We are the day when climate change could be irreversible.
Rising sea levels already altering this nation's coast.
China's capital is choking in its worst pollution of the year.
5% of species will become extinct.
Sea levels rising, glaciers melting.
Still don't believe in climate change?
Here, I've got an experiment for you. Safety glasses on. By the end of this century, if emissions keep rising, the average temperature on Earth could go up another 4 to 8 degrees. What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire.
Climate refers to the long-term patterns of temperature, humidity, wind, and precipitation in a particular region. Throughout history, humans have attempted to influence and control various aspects of their environment, but climate remains a force beyond our direct reach. It plays a pivotal role in shaping landscapes, influencing weather conditions, and impacting various aspects of human life, including agriculture and overall development. Climate scientists have showed that humans are responsible for virtually all global heating over the last 200 years. Human activities like the ones mentioned above are causing greenhouse gases that are warming the world faster than at any time in at least the last 2,000 years. The average temperature of the Earth's surface is now about 1.8 Fahrenheit warmer than it was in the late 1800s before the Industrial Revolution, and warmer than at any time in the last 100,000 years. Emissions from industrial activities and vehicles release greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane. These gases trap heat in the atmosphere, contributing to the warming of our planet. The ozone layer, our protective shield in the stratosphere, is thinning due to human-made substances like CFC. This depletion allows harmful UV rays to reach the Earth, posing risks to both human health and ecosystems. Global warming, driven by the increased concentration of greenhouse gases, leads to a rise in average temperatures worldwide. This phenomenon causes melting ice caps, shifts in weather patterns, and poses threats to biodiversity and ecosystems. As global temperatures soar, polar ice melts, causing sea levels to rise. This jeopardizes coastal regions, leading to increased flooding, erosion, and heightened vulnerability for low-lying areas and coastal communities. Driven by human activities like logging and land conversion, not only diminishes vital carbon sinks, but also disrupts ecosystems. Additionally, rampant forest fires, exacerbated by climate change, release substantial amounts of carbon into the atmosphere, further intensifying global warming.
Now, let's zoom in on Miami, a city where understanding the climate is crucial. Miami's climate is characterized by its tropical monsoon climate featuring warm temperature, high humidity, and distinct wet and dry seasons. The city is susceptible to events like hurricanes and sea level rise due to its coastal location. Understanding Miami's climate is essential because it profoundly influences the daily lives of its residents and the city's overall development, from urban planning to agriculture. The climate dictates what is feasible and sustainable in the region. Miami's vulnerability to climate-related challenges emphasizes the need for comprehensive strategies and policies to mitigate risks and adapt to the changing climate. Florida is warming especially fast. The state's average temperature has risen more than 2 degrees in the past decade. Higher average temperatures mean more frequent and extreme heat events. Coupled with Miami's legendary humidity, heat waves are already a potent health threat. By the middle of this century, Miami is poised to experience 134 days a year with a heat index above 100 degrees. Coastal water temperature map reveals a range of 72 to 74 degrees. Near Miami, moving away from the coast, a 4 to 5 degrees increase results from tidal shifts, wind patterns, weather, and ocean floor depth. While the land may cool down quickly after sunset or heat up rapidly after sunrise, the ocean maintains a more constant temperature. This effect moderates the climate of coastal areas like Miami. Urban heat island effect. Urban areas have higher temperatures due to heat-absorbing materials such as concrete, asphalt, and other infrastructure. Sea level projections for Florida estimate that by the year 2120, there will be a 40 to 130-inch increase, with contributing factors such as stormwater flooding, shoreline erosion, and higher waves. Miami is known for its low elevation. Its average elevation is less than 10 feet above sea level in newer areas. The ground level is raised to mitigate risk of flooding. High tide flooding is also referred to as sunny day flooding. The tides reach 4 to 6 feet and can start flooding the streets. High tides can more easily exceed the thresholds that coastal infrastructure was originally designed to handle. The red dots and blue spaces indicate locations where high tide flooding is observed or where it poses a risk in the future. Here are future predictions affected areas of Miami due to sea level rise from 3 feet to 6 feet. Storm surge is the abnormal rise in seawater level during a storm, measured as the height of the water above the normal predicted astronomical tide. The surge is caused primarily by a storm winds pushing water onshore. As sea level rises, it has adverse effects on Florida. It is projected that Florida will have 40 inches of rise in the year 2120, resulting in a lot of land mass being submerged. It results in new effects such as stormwater flooding, shoreline erosion, and higher waves. Miami's population lives closer to the sea as sea level rises. This population will move further inward, resulting in density changes. In the heart of Miami is Brickell. A central connection of culture and commerce lies a critical issue against climate change. As we see these effects becoming more prominent in our everyday life, it demands our attention towards innovative solutions for the betterment of our future. Let's look at some strategies Florida has taken to improve and reduce the effects of climate change. The Carbon Mitigation My Plan is a climate action strategy with 3 main focus areas: energy and buildings, land use, water and waste. Let's look at energy and buildings. Approach 1. Enhance building performance and reduce energy waste. Approach 2. Solar installations must dramatically increase to meet the energy needs of buildings. Approach 3. It is cheaper to design structures with energy conservation features integrated with all building systems. Let's look at land use and transportation. Approach 1. Reducing transportation-related fuel consumption will have the largest single impact on climate pollution in Miami-Dade County and requires multiple strategies, including reducing vehicle and mobile equipment usage and expanding effective low-carbon mobility options. Approach 2. Land use programs and policies in Miami-Dade County that maintain healthy natural resources help address the negative impacts of climate change. Finally, let's look at water and waste. Approach 1. By investing in new, more efficient facilities, the county can create more energy, avoid harmful methane emissions, and avoid sending waste to the landfill. Approach 2. Reduce waste and water use. Producing less waste and using less water are the easiest and cheapest ways to reduce emissions. County water conservation, recycling, composting, and food recovery programs help reduce waste. In essence, grasping the intricacies of climate is fundamental for making informed decisions that impact not only Miami but also any region's resilience and sustainable development. Is it all doom and gloom? No. We are looking at a new normal for Miami. Our study embraces sustainability and diversity, envisioning vibrant solutions, elevating above ground, and creating cheerful connections to manage water in the streets. Understanding the new normal context and the future of Miami is important for the studio conditions. A ground plane above the city helps create new topologies for living, commerce, and entertainment.